Well, hello my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Furtado, the Rebel Turner here. First I want to apologize for not uploading something last week. But if you've seen the previous video, I explained that I had family members. My youngest daughter, her husband, and the newest addition to the Rebel family. My grandson, Calvin. They were over for a little while, so it didn't give me any time to get on the lathe. I did do a little bit of boating, a little bit of fishing, and I enjoyed the time off from work. But it's time to catch up and get back on the lathe.
My delicate ears!
We're going to do an attempt similar to the floating vase, which was a fail, but it was a learning experience. But this one is not going to be a vase. It's going to be a sphere inside of a cube. So we're going to see what that entitles. If I have enough time, I'm going to make a customized, spending a little bit more time, a tool that's going to work for me. With the last one, a friend made a comment that I should see another friend of mine's, Temple Boy Turnings. Now, he's an amazing turner, and he did something that I had completely forgotten that I had seen it. It wasn't the same idea in a sense, but he went through painstaking explanation of achieving the cube and the measurements that he needed to do on the offsets. And what he did is he placed a cube inside of a cube. Still quite a challenge, and he did an awesome job, but it is very different from making a sphere inside of a cube. The reason for that is because basically he started off with a cube and he just drilled. So in his case, he used his cutting tools from the lathe, drilled it in about 1/4 of an inch in on each end. And once he had that established, that 1/4 of an inch, all he left was a little bit of wood in the corners of the cube. And he was able to separate those corners with a knife from all sides, and therefore it loosened up that leftover of wood, but it was square with a square. So once he got inside, it automatically did straight edges on all four, or all, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, all 6 sides. Okay, still an awesome job. And this one is going to be, to some extent, a little bit of that, but like I said, but with a sphere inside instead. Let's get started. I'm going to see how close I am to being a cube. So for it to be a cube, I have to take it down to that. Well, I'm back. Yesterday was kind of a lost day in here. I came out here with some idea of what I wanted to do, but when you got too much going on in your head and different things that you have to do, so on and so forth, or whether if it's the job, you know, things get in the way of you being able to do exactly what you want to do. But today, well, I feel a little bit better than I did yesterday. So I'm out here to continue what I wanted to do yesterday. And what I wanted to do yesterday was started off with this cube. Basically, I just squared it off to somewhat. And did some of that fine-tuning was actually on the disc sander. Went in there and verified that the sides look pretty good. I did have a tenon already made on one side, which it's mounted on. But what I want to do out of this cube is, instead of the vase, and the vase idea, floating vase, will come back. But today, that's not what I wanted to do, because I want to make a special tool to make a sphere inside of the cube. So I'm going to show you what my thought process on how I'm going to make the tool, and hopefully, if nothing else, I show you how to make a custom tool out of an old 10-inch saw blade. So I'm going to get my tool set up and get it going. I already marked it from this tooth straight across, which is the longest slant that I have, because I want to make it and insert it into a handle as far in as I can and maintain enough integrity on the steel, and then shape it. So stick around and let's see how this comes out. So with an angle grinder and a metal cutting blade, we're going to get started and cutting what I need from this. A pretty good cutting edge. Gonna clean up some of the burrs from the cut on my grinder. Oh, the box is fairly small. What I want to do is draw a circle on this, and that circle will be the size of my radius, I guess, if you want to call it that. So basically, what I'm going to do is make this tool, cutting tool, bent that way, but I have to bend it in the way that I'm going to be cutting, which will be from out here. So I'm going to heat it up. This is only a temporary tool. And seeing I don't know if it's going to work because I have a funny feeling it's a little bit too flimsy to reach in deep enough for what I want. So I am not going to spend a lot of time with a handle. If it works well on the light cuts, I can always spend a little bit more time and make it a little bit better. But like I said, seeing that it's an experiment, I think I'll be fine doing what I'm doing. So the party tool got me started on that. Let's see what this does. Probably not. I can't go backwards. The angle is too steep, too round. It's a little rough, but I see the light on this side to this ball and this side, the bottom as well. So I'm assuming that once I get these two sides going exactly what I did here, but in between centers, not on a tenon, and started off, I should be able to see the daylight in all 6 corners. The matching up of one side of the sphere to the next could still prove to be a little bit of a challenge because I see this one is a little bit wider than this one. So therefore there's a step, a slight step, but a step nevertheless in that area. So something has to happen when all said and done. Aside of this being rough, it's looking pretty good. And to straighten out the roughness that I got here, you know, if it's a little bit beat up, and true it up, I can bring it to my disc sander and true up all the sides and get rid of any shavings that are here, and I will still have plenty of the cube to do the job that it was supposed or was intended to do. But for today, before going back to work 3 o'clock in the morning, I've had enough on this one. I have a funny feeling that it will succeed and it will be here for next week. So till then, you can watch this one, and there will be a part 2 to this series. At least I hope that it ends up. So if I post it during this week, which I most likely will from work, I will edit this and I post it, well, the follow-up has to be either it worked or it didn't work. You know, a fail or a success. Come back and see what happens on that one as well. But for now, the cube, the sphere inside a cube. That's what I'm working on. And next week will be part 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post something new. I'm sure there will be something that you might enjoy. Take care. Thanks for watching again. I'll see you very soon.